Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Today we're returning to Factorio production scrap. And we're going to focus on a little bit of mall retrofitting. We've researched a lot more stuff since the last time we took a look at the mall. And we're also going to focus on the production science. So let's get started. Between the streams, I worked on a couple of things. First of all, I refreshed our little blueprint here of the mall. Just so that we have something to refer to as we're working on it. I added a little bit of a buffer for the stone here. It was backed up and not allowing the walls to be made, which means that it was not allowing the science to be made, the military science. So I just add a little buffer here. This will get flushed out really fast once we start with production science, so I'm not too worried about it. The other thing that I did was I extended the red science and the batteries all the way down here to the mall. And now they're hooked up here in the mall. The batteries we actually don't need just yet. That'll be in the secondary mall blueprint that we'll need to grab here in a little bit. Or actually, we probably won't get to that one today. We'll probably get to that one another day. You did. You just made it. I just started just giving a little bit of a tour of what I did since the end of the last stream. But we will finish up what is in this blueprint here, at least most of it, and move on to the production science. A lot of the stuff still isn't filled in because it's stuff we haven't researched yet, but there are a few things that I definitely want to fill in just now. Starting with roboports here, and I think maybe these we don't need yet. These are speed module 1s that just go toward the module 3, so we're not going to worry about that just yet. But maybe we could do the electric furnaces if we haven't done those yet. And I would like to add in the nuclear stuff because I would like to do nuclear. I don't know if nuclear actually produces scrap, but I'd like to do it anyway. And then maybe I think these two rail signals. So this kind of stuff right here, and then whatever else we have over in these areas. Alright, so the roboports go here. Before I do it, let's put our output filter on there. Roboports. These are going to produce robo scrap. Logistic scrap. And obviously the roboports. Alright. So since I hooked up the red circuits between the episodes, we can now produce roboports here. And we'll need these because I would like to expand I'd like to put the robot network around. In order to do that, I need to have roboports made. So let's make a few of these. I think they stack in 10s still, so 20 should be enough for now. If not, we can always deal with it later. So here, kind of where we have missing is blue belts, which we haven't researched yet. And we haven't even started using red belts yet, so not that worried about blue belts. Combinators are here. These are logistics chests. We did do. So we can turn on the red ones and the yellow ones. But before I do, I want to put the filters in. And the output. Red and yellow. So these also produce logistics scrap. Let's grab that filter here. Apply it, I'm assuming, to this one as well. Yes. And then red chests and yellow chests. Because we'll need those really soon here for the mall, because we'll actually put these down. We're actually going to put a red chest where the red chests are, so that the bots network, when it's time, will come over here and they'll put the red chests down all over the place here. These are the other 3 logistics chests that we do not have yet. Here we can put down electric furnaces. Those are here. Wow. Circuits, steel, and stone. That's a busy day here. Stone, steel, and stone, steel scrap, and circuit scrap. Correct? Yes. And then they output the actual furnaces. This one contains walls. I'm going to go ahead and put them down just because, but we really don't need it. Then we need to do one of these sneaky jobs. We don't have biters, so we don't really need walls, but I'll just put it down just so that I can have a output. Walls are in military, or I'm sorry, not walls, gates. I keep saying walls, I mean gates. These produce stone for scrap. And gates. Why do we not have... That's why we do not have. Just put it in there. This one doesn't reach either. But I can use that way. Alright, so this belt will have gears on one side and pipes on the other. Hopefully, yes. That takes care of this side. We'll have to get the next row of machines, but I want to take a look at this side, see what else we have to learn here. This is the speed modules for the Assembler Mark III, so we're not worried about that at this point. Here is... Wait a minute, okay. This is going to produce the electric scrap. No. Wrong and backwards. Alright, this is going to produce the substations. Then we have rails, and here are the stations. They produce iron and circuit scraps. They go over here. A belt like that. Iron scrap. Circuit scrap. Station. So this is, you know, we did this a lot in some of the earlier episodes. And this is just the same kind of concept that we have had. We need green. Let's move. Ooh, this is going to be a little bit messy, but we'll figure it out. So we need green circuits here. We added some extra space here because of the scrap. So we actually can't get the green circuits quite close enough to the machine. But we'll just do this and that'll get our green circuits in here. Iron is coming from here, so this inserter should never pick up this iron. Just because the blue inserter is going to be so much faster that it'll probably never pick up the iron. If it does, it'll be alright. But it looks like that's right now. So we have some of those being made. Here we have the fluid wagons. They produce engine scrap. This is actually going to be even more rough. Let's change this again. Take these all out. I think I'm going to put these here. No, that's not going to work right either. Maybe put them all the way to the end? Trying to get, so I need a tail belt here for scrap. Somewhere in these 3 blocks. I need a longer one that goes from here, it goes over these 2 here. I need to split off. I need to split off the green circuits here somewhere. Maybe that is the best solution there. And then we don't do the scrap until here. Like that. This will be the red inserter for those. We'll need a blue inserter here, so this isn't going to work right either. The other option is, we don't actually need this iron down here at all. So the other option is to just get rid of this entirely. Maybe even just take this down like this. Put the blue inserter here for those. That goes there. Here and here. This was, again, iron scrap. Yeah, this. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Roaster. This is a really fun mod. When I saw Catherine and Sky playing this with Avon back just before 0.17 dropped, I put it on my list. I knew I had to play it, just because of the extra challenge here of dealing with some of this craziness. I knew I had to play it. So engine scrap here. Engines, there they are. And then fluid wagons here. Just this extra fiddling with the scrap and having to like either set up small assemblies as like a boutiques of different mall stuff, or setting it up like this where you manage the entire or retrofit an entire mall is. I just like that idea, that challenge. Okay, so that should take care of those. It does. These are good. These are good. And this last row is the signals. Power pole in here someplace. This one is, well, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Okay, they need to have iron and green circuits, which they should get from here. Now, one thing that I wanted to look at was, I do have a individual oil well here. And do I care about it or not? And I don't think I really do. If we end up, I mean, one more oil well is not going to make that much difference. It doesn't have that great a yield. It's only 786, so it's not that great. I think we just connect these guys up and we ignore that oil well being there. Interesting. I could be flipping. I did fiddle with some of the settings before, so let me turn that down just a little bit. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Okay, so you want me to deal with these. Thanks for that catch on that, by the way. And deal with those. And circuits. Circuits, good. Both the same. I'm not surprised they're both the same. Okay. We have... Those are all finished. So I want to... The next pieces that go up here is nuclear. I may just... Actually, I probably will just... put this... Let's take some more of these trees out of here. Actually, let's not do it that way. Even though this will eat at my oil wells a little bit, my pump jacks rather, and also eat at my pipes, I'd rather just get rid of the wood. I don't need it. Yeah. Yeah, streaming isn't a thing to just kind of jump into and think it's gonna be easy. It definitely is more work than one might think. So for the nuclear stuff, I think I will just take the whole thing, maybe. So they actually draw from this center line here. These two draw from this top line here. I don't know what's in the second piece of the mall. It might extend up this way, but I'm not that concerned about it. I think I'll just take this whole thing. And I'll just add a scrap belt below these bottom machines and above the top machines. I think I already have this piece here. So let's just take it from here up there. Yeah, the other thing I spent a lot of time doing was fiddling with the audio settings. And I think I'm going to just wedge these guys right in. Can I wedge them in here? Good. Just put them in the middle of the oil field. Somewhat ironically, putting nuclear in the middle of an oil field. I think that'll work. If I put the belt there and another belt... Yeah, I think that'll work. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade these machines to level 2s. I think I did that off camera a while back. I just upgraded the whole mall to assembling machines 2. So you... Make sure I get this right. Because this could be a disaster if I don't. These go like this. I'm going to just bypass this piece here. And then I can just take this underground like this. Like that. So we'll need a belt right here for scrap. And I still can't draw straight lines, but why start now? And then we'll just underground that there. Already starting. I should have caught that. There. There. I think that'll work. Oh, and... Oh, these must be requesting concrete right there. Yeah, I decided pretty early on in my, I guess, decision-making process for what I wanted to do with this is just to go into streaming instead of recording, because if I recorded, I would never be happy with it. I would always, delete the recording or re-record the episode or something like that. I mean, yeah, I have to keep turning over here and talking to you guys in chat, but I really don't mind that if you don't mind me trailing off. And yeah, I agree, streaming is more fun, because I would rather sit here and talk to you guys in chat rather than talk strictly to myself. Even if I only have to pretend there are people in chat, I would much rather have the chat here. Okay, so these produce... I need to bring some of this stuff up here. I think I'll just run those belts straight up to here. This one's not going to quite be long enough, so I'll just flip around here. And we need one more of these. Like that. That should take care of all we need there. Yeah, I would rather much rather have the interactivity than the sort of blind, okay, I'm recording this, or it's not blind, but the sort of, I'm just recording this and hopefully somebody watches it later and I have no idea more or less what's going on. I'd much rather have even the chance of no one being here to watch me than to have than to just be talking to no one. Yeah, I mean, I hope people will chat at least a little. as they're watching me. There is of course no guarantee on that, but I hope that people will at least say hi. Wow, these things output a lot of garbage. Those, and then these. But I tend to trail off anyway. There's a snip or clip or whatever it is that they're called on, I think, my first episode or one of my first episodes of someone pointing out that I trailed off probably I think multiple times when I rewatched the clip, and they pointed out that I trailed off multiple times and never got to whatever I was trying to get to. I think I actually did, but I'm not going to quibble. So I'm going to move these up. I'm going to put another scrap belt in right here. I think I will not let that guy continue working there, and instead I will underground here and put it back in there. The only reason being that I don't want to have to end that belt, although I guess I could have ended it differently. That's okay. These aren't going to run yet anyway. Steel, stone, and circuits. Stone, and then steel scrap and circuit scrap. We are producing reactors. I need to set up at some point a concrete manufactory, which I suspect is also going to give me some scrap. Doesn't tell me. Excellent. I probably have to look at it differently. These are outputting reactors. Yes, they do. Stone. That's kind of boring. That's so much stone stuff. I mean, yes, it produces 30% stone scrap, but it's kind of boring that the stone stuff just produces stone. Like, I would think that it would be producing something else. You know what? Actually, if I can I back this up a little bit more? No. Not enough. Alright, well, you can stay there then. Let's do that. That. And these produce machine scrap and circuit scrap. I don't know what I would want it to produce instead of just regular old stone, but like something, maybe like crushed stone or some other item that I have to do something with. Because right now I'm just dumping the stone onto the stone belt, basically, and letting it go from there. This is these guys? Yeah. So neither of these are run yet because I need to set up some concrete. But I'm not that worried about it. So the rest of what we have to do for the mall after walls is personal robo ports, personal batteries. Let's see, what else is there? Personal laser, or just lasers and then personal lasers. These are shields, legs, electric engines for the legs, engines for the electric engines. And then this is the nuclear Mr. Fusion things. And then in the end here we have... I can't tell what that is. That is definitely something. What are those? This thing here. Oh, the flamethrower turrets. Yeah, those aren't going to be used. Well, glad I can provide you some entertainment and or distraction. I always have something up when I go too, so that's quite similar. So I'm not going to worry about the rest of this just yet because it's all the personal stuff. And I'd much rather spend the last, 35, 40 minutes for this episode on working on the production science. I see we have the gears backed up again because we're not using any science. Let's use some science. Gray. Just to keep the science flowing. And just some random blues, a blue, gray, and we're out of space. Okay. Disco science, such a great thing. Such a cool thing. So, I'm going to let... Actually, before we walk all the way down there, let's top off our bags. Yeah, whenever I'm writing code, I need plenty of distractions. I don't write code all that often, but whenever I am writing code, I'm writing code for a while. And it's nice to have somebody to listen to, so you don't have to listen to yourself think. Let's see. Those should be enough, at least for now. We're gonna need lots of belts. Lots of belts. Get some more undergrounds. Probably a few more of these. Maybe some filters. Probably just get 50 of those. And some power poles. We're definitely gonna need some more power poles. Probably enough of those. I think that'll be good for now. If not, we'll come back. So I already see I'm going to have to do some more smelting in between the streams. Some mining and smelting. We're kind of using up these 2 belts a little bit. You know what I didn't get? I didn't get nanos. This is where I do kind of like the long reach type mods, because the running back and forth is all annoying. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. It is tempting to be distracted by some sort of content. I had more nanos than I thought I did. I had 150 still. But we'll use them, don't worry. Because I'll probably put this assembly down and then move it, and then move it 1 tile over. If I know me. So this is the red circuit assembly we kind of designed on stream last time. I'll continue this upwards. I need to fill it with more materials, but I also need to add more onto this side as well. But it's convenient because it handles all the scrap pretty well. At least I think it handles it pretty well. Okay, so we want to do purple science. Purple is production. We're going to want, let's see, 1.5 per second. Assembly machines 2, please. Five of those. 2.5 of those. I'll do 3 probably. Yeah. Factorio definitely, yeah, you don't have to, you know the game so well that you don't have to really think about how the game, like, or you're not necessarily learning anything anymore. It's more now just about seeing what somebody else thinks about something. I just took a screenshot of that so I don't have to keep opening and closing it. But the summation is we need 4 assemblers making electric furnaces, 10 assemblers making productivity 1 modules. I'll do 3 and 6 assemblers making the rods and the tracks, just to make my life a little bit easier. We fortunately need exactly 15 tracks for this, so that's perfect for a yellow belt. I've never actually... No, wait, that might be a lie. I shouldn't say that. I think I tried Dwarf Fortress once, and I was just like, this game just isn't my... It's too much trying to think about the way things work, as opposed to just doing it. So we only need 2.5 red circuits per second for the electric furnaces, and 2.5 red circuits per second for the productivity module, so I'm going to share that belt. So we'll do furnaces here with an input belt of stone and steel, because we only need 5 per second of each of those, so we can have that. As we increase these to yellows, we may have to increase that to a red belt, but we'll figure that out. We'll have an output belt. I think we'll have the output belt here. We'll have the green circuit, red circuit, half belt of each here. And then we'll have the assemblers for the circuits right here. Or I'm sorry, not the circuits, the productivity modules here. And then we won't need anything else for those. And then we'll deal with the tracks over here. So those go there. Copy, paste. Blue inserters there. I'll go ahead and just use blue inserters for the outputs here. Go red inserters in for the red circuits. That's probably, it could have been my problem, is I attempted to play it vanilla. At least as far as I can remember, I attempted to play it vanilla. This was, I don't know, it feels like eons ago. I don't know how long ago it actually was. If I should switch those. I think I should switch those, actually. Just so they're not grabbing from the same cell. It probably doesn't matter, but... Okay, so that'll handle those. I need to filter this output belt before I take it too far, because we're going to have a ton of scrap on it. These are producing 60% chance of stone, so basically every time we're going to get stone, or at least 2 out of 3. 1 out of 3 times or so we're going to get steel, and then about 1 out of 5 we're going to get circuit scrap. So there's a lot. There's a lot coming out of that. And then this one only produces 1 in a fairly small amount. So I think what we'll do is we'll do what we did previously. We will, let's see, we need this to come in here. This comes in here, and I think I'm just going to take it again under. And we'll split. Just doesn't fit. Of course it just doesn't fit. Why would it fit? Maybe we can do it like this. Yeah, that'll work. Do it like this. Scrap will go that way. So we'll output to the left the electric furnaces here. I didn't pick it. How did I not pick that? And we'll output to the right the productivity 1 modules. That's not going to work. Dang it. Maybe like this. How about this, guys? That'll be a nice little spaghetti mess there. Underground, oops, underground. And go over that way. So I actually didn't need to put this in here, so we'll take that out. Okay, so to the left, we need furnaces, and again to the left on this one, we need productivity 1s. The scrap will continue to go south. Alright, so we need 4 of these. Take that one out, put that in. Don't need those. Don't need... we will need that. Oh, we'll get it again. And then here... copy that again so I don't have to deal with the splitter. We need 10 of these. 6, 8, and 10. Okay. Cut the tails off. That should take care of those two products. This is stone and steel. Let me extend the bus a little bit. This one's actually backward. That's why I like the nanobots. Okay. Stone and steel. That's what we're doing. Stone bricks are right here, so we'll go ahead and take care of those first. Stone and steel. And then we need to bring in the circuits, both kinds, on this belt. Oh, did that backwards. Okay. So that should get these guys started. Hopefully. In the meantime, we can start working on... What are you guys talking about me now? We can start working on the rails. Yeah... It's just, it seems too much, I like oxygen not included, like the fact that the dupes kind of do their own thing for the most part. Just RimWorld just seems a little too micromanagey for my taste. But that's me. So I remember when I did this design previously, I had to be a little bit spaghetti-rific in order to get the iron sticks, and then the rails, because the rails need steel and stone, but they don't need that much. They only need, well, actually, we're gonna need seven and a half of each. So we actually need a full yellow belt right now already. Straight lines, Wally. Straight lines. So this is what I did on both my previous personal map as well as on the MMO blueprint, is I split off, and actually these need to be purple, is I split off or I undergrounded the steel stone belt here so that I didn't have to try and do some weird spaghettiness over here, because I really want this output belt to be directly adjacent to the machines. They just produce way too much material, because they're going to produce, what is it, 2 per half second? Well, divided by the machine speed, but they're going to produce so much that I can't have them be here. Ooh, that's a good position. That's convenient. Oh, look, all the research is done. Let's start some more stuff up. I'm not even looking at what I'm starting. Just making sure that it's not purple or yellow yet. Well, I'll probably watch some more gameplay of it again and may change my mind. We'll see. So we need to deal with some steel scrap here. And we need to deal with iron scrap here. How to do that? I think I'll do a scrap belt here and do the, oops, that's the wrong direction. Let's see, we'll do a belt, no. Do this like that, and we'll actually do this one like that. And I think when I, no, that's not right. That's not right. I think when I blueprint this and stamp it back down, I'll have the correct spacing in there. If I don't, we'll fix it. Put those guys out like that. They're going to produce steel scrap. And then we'll deal with the iron stick scrap just right here. And I'll just do a underground action like that. Iron scrap. And I do need a power pole now. But that's okay. So that's one module. We need to triple this. Yeah, even on oxygen not included, I don't play past the sort of normal difficulty level. I'm not that much of a I don't know, whatever person that I feel the need to torture myself. So I don't. So this one's not needed. This can be a regular belt. Belt. And that looks like it worked. These are perfect. This will be just a regular belt there. Instead of here, we're going to go underground to there. No, that doesn't quite work. Maybe this bottom one I will put out the bottom instead of out the side. Just so I can have a little bit more space here to do that. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, I can believe that Dwarf Fortress has a steep learning curve. It looks like that kind of game. And yeah, sadist is the term that I was looking for. I always confuse it with masochist, but so I tend to trail off instead of saying whichever one without thinking about it too much. Need that. Don't need these. So the other thing I want to do here is somehow balance. Just do a shift balancer on these. I think I can just do it here. Like that. Nope, underground. And then I can output to this underground here. Output priority to the left will shift into the inside. Okay, scrap belt here. Input belt, scrap belt here. This is iron. We don't need that much iron, but I'm not bothered by a little bit of belt storage. This is steel and regular stone, right? Yes, steel and regular stone. Oh, stop. Mess that one up. Okay. Steel. And regular stone. Yeah. Whichever one it is. Okay, while that's catching up, I will send the scrap out. Actually, let's do this a little bit fancier here. Well, fancy. Let's take our scrap and just make one belt going out instead of two. Because we don't really need two belts of scrap leaving the base. Leaving the assembly. Yeah, I'm not picking up too much. I still have all those green circuits that I've been carrying around for hours now. Well, that's why I said I never remember which one, so I never say it without really thinking about it, and trying to think and stream and do all that stuff is one of the things that makes this task a little bit more difficult than it immediately looks. Alrighty. That should do for those. At least for now. I will eat the rest of that tree, though. So we're overproducing a little bit here with the rails, but I'm not bothered by that. And of course I happen to put this exactly where exactly where that belt is. So we're going to move this down one. Nope. Do it like that. So that I can get this guy across here. I can't get... Well, alright. With this mod, sometimes you just have to be a little bit creative to try and weave everything in and deal with the scrap and etc. Thinking hurts. It does. It really does. So we need 14, and I turned these way too early. Alright, I've really messed myself up with this here. I've turned these way too early, or I just need to start with the 14 way up here. Maybe I'll do that. Nope. There we go. Nope, too close. So we'll have the rails coming in a straight belt right there. And then we'll have the other two supplies, products coming in this belt over here. This is going to make purple science. All the stuff we ever could need. And then we'll output science there just like we have been kind of doing. Oh, the difference between sadist and masochist? Yeah, the only difference is whether it's you or the other person, or another person you're, I guess, being mean to. We need 14 of these. That's 6. We're out of belts already. 10, 12. That should be 14. Yep. So, I picked up 1,000 belts and I had a handful still left when we came down here to start this. And yeah, we did extend the bus, which I probably should have done ahead of time. And yeah, we did do a couple other things, but that's a lot of belts. Run on the belt, save a little bit of time. All the belts. Oh, I've got all the junk in my box again. My bags again. Yeah, I have. Oh, that's not what I thought I had, but that'll work. Yep. Well, and it's also, it's giving and doing to yourself, I think, isn't it? Why are the engine... Oh. No, we didn't do. We did do it. Why are you... Oh, because I didn't output this belt. Okay, so I need to move this belt over just a little bit before we bring it down. Because of that. The other crazy part of this mod is... you will forget to run one or more belts. It does happen. Okay, now you can, hopefully, start producing again. Yep. I don't know about any of those. Perhaps more the opposite. Maybe the belt joker? How about the belt joker? I think that sounds sort of suitable. So this also gives me a little bit of extra space here so that I can do some splitting. So we're gonna peel off some purple science to the, not to the left, to the right. And then we're gonna do the same with the yellow science eventually. No, let's flip this one to the other side. No, let's flip this one to the other side. Doesn't matter. Nope. This one. Belt Jester. Yes, thank you. That's perfect. That's exactly me. Maybe two of those. No. Alright, I'm going to be a little bit sort of pedantic, I guess, or whatever with myself here, and see if I can do this in a creative way. Already not working out well. I wanted to try and do, well, let's see, what did I do for blue and gray? Oh, that was this crazy thing here. That was fun. I could do something similar, I suppose. What if we staggered it? Yeah, I think if we staggered it'll work. Do yellow. So then if the scrap comes out here and continues this way, maybe underground it. Man, I ran out of undergrounds. I could have grabbed a handful of those while I was back at the base, but that's okay. So that'll be our scrap belt. This can come through here, this. And then purple and yellow is going to go on the third belt in this minibus. Okay, so we should be able to connect this up now. And before I forget, let's connect the trash belt up. I think I still have, yes I do. Well, sort of still have. Now let's take another blueprint because that one had the wrong direction of the red circuit belt. Autosave always gets me when I'm trying to place undergrounds or something along that line. Use all the belts. Alright, scrap's coming down. I see it in there. It's good. And science is on the belt. Since I added all that extra stuff on the bus here, it kind of made a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. So now I have to figure out how I was going to handle this, and I think I was going to handle this just by undergrounding these, like that. No, not quite. Back one more. Like that. I'm going to get myself tied up in a knot here, confused. And then this one actually just turn, because this is the end of the line. Okay. And then we'll do... Alright. We're almost near the mall now. I can buy some. And yeah, random conversations are always the best. You never know what you're going to get with any of it. Before I do this, I need to copy and repaste a bunch of these. So let's just do a row, or column, I guess, technically. Oh! Oh no! Good thing I don't have base spots yet. See, I can't even blueprint straight lines. There went all of our undergrounds we just bought. Okay, I'll go grab some more in a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this split off here. I need to back these up also to there so that I can split these off like that. I need to underground. We don't have any undergrounds. Ugh. We'll do that one in a minute. This is gonna get a little bit sticky. I want to do this. Well, we could... Is that going to mess me... we could do this by moving this splitter there. Like that. But is that going to mess me up? I'll worry about that later. That's future Wally's problem, as we discussed the last time. So this isn't going to... I'm going to move that one the other direction. Alright, I do need some more undergrounds. Hopefully the mall had a time to make another stack of them. So this, I was messing with this new, or this different, only made 18. Oh no, we are out of power. Oh no. How do I have like 0 power? Probably because I'm using all the coal. Yeah, that's a problem. Well, I will finish hooking these guys up. If we cut that, does that help any? Probably not. So we can finish hooking these up. Don't do that, please. And then we'll call the stream a stream. And I will attempt to repair the power before the next episode. Come back 1, 2. That. You get to move up 1. Actually, that goes there. Splitter. Could blueprint this, I suppose. That would be the smart thing to do. Alrighty. So I think, based on the fact that I don't have any power, that's a good place to end the stream. All of the purple science has been sent into the lab columns here, using these underground belts, which are being grabbed from with these inserters here. This one will be for space science when we get there. And I think that'll do it. So next time, what will we call this science array, not good. That's what we'll call it. We're going to try something different next time. So I think that's it for tonight. Next time we will work on yellow science. That'll probably be all we get to during the next stream. If we have extra time, we'll go back probably to the mall retrofitting. In the meantime, I plan on getting some power setup, some additional power setup, some additional coal mining setups that I can power the power. The other thing we could do next time is set up the concrete array as well. So I appreciate you guys joining me, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.